You working? Did it work? Oh, let me check some. I don't think it goes live just yet. Sit here for a couple seconds. Six five. These guys are big. Watching some wrestling right now for Paris. Give me 2 seconds. These are some big son of a bitch. Lopez, Nunez, Mijan, and Acosta Fernandez. These guys would make NFL linemen look small. Okay, let's see if it's working now. Are we live? Okay, we're live. We're live. Okay, we're live. Hold on, we'll start here in 2 seconds. Just give me 2 seconds. They're just sprawling right now. They're just hand fighting. Yeah, they're not even sweating. Is that worth 2 points? Oh. 3-0 lead. Yeah, Lopez is up right now. He's just dancing. Roll with it, roll with it. Referee's like, nah, come back. Okay, so now they're standing. Still tangled up, locked in. Head fighting, hand fighting. See, if I'm an offensive coordinator in the NFL and I have a say in anything, so we went to try to go get the top prospects out of college, all right? We've already tried to pick up veteran offensive linemen. We'd have already tried to homegrown our own guys. All right, whatever. If push comes to shove and none of this has worked, and we're like, where do we go? Like we've even tried going and finding, the biggest son of a bitch working at Walmart or something. You know what I mean? Like the stereotypical bagging groceries kind of story. Then we go to wrestling where, look at these guys. They're huge. These guys in football pads and helmets. Like, that's a great lineman right there. Okay. Another reversal. Lopez is up 6-0 now. 45 seconds away from history. Just try the single leg takedown and just pin him. Come on, Acosta. Just pick him up. 30 seconds to go here. Well, so not only try to recruit wrestlers, but also try to recruit farm boys, because it's like farm boys naturally have that, hand grip strength. Okay, 10 seconds. Five Pete. Damn. 5 straight. Five straight. So Paris, Tokyo, Rio, London. What was before London? Oh, Beijing. So he won gold in Beijing. Dang. Alright, we're going to mute that. Alright, let's get into the list now. Sorry to keep y'all waiting. Hold on. Hey, record. Okay, are we coming through on the other end? Hold on, let me check something real quick. Hold your head up, move along. Keep your head up, move along. Are we working? Hello. Mic check. Mic check. Okay, we're working. Alright. Minimize that. Mute that. Okay. It's coming through clean. Alright. So, there's no... I'll do the intro at the very end. I will do the intro. Oh, is that it? Okay. Yeah, Mihain Lopez. Does GR mean Greco? Wrestling? Damn. All right. Okay. Let's get into this now. All right. I have no real reaction. Like, we all know, a lot of this is player based, and some of the inspiration came from just seeing, I think it was Aaron Rodgers at number 4. No, not number 4, number 94 or 98, when it's like, honestly, he shouldn't be there, just because, like, I know I'm a big Aaron Rodgers stan, as whatever you call it, where he only played 4 snaps. Like, respectfully, you shouldn't put him on the list over, I think there was a player from the Bears who was like all first team Pro Bowler, and he didn't even get it. So I've seen a list of a handful of players. I don't think Devontae Smith is on the list. I don't think Jason Kelsey's not on the list. Jawan Jennings from the 49ers, I don't think he's on the list. Like, there's just a handful of players that aren't on the list, and so I was like, let's just do a reaction, because I'm waiting for YouTube to post, here's 100 through, 91, here's 90 through 81. I'm waiting for that, but NFL's already posted it, and they've already released it, which I already know that Tyreek Hill's number 1, so let's just get into it. All right, so Zaire Franklin at number 100. And I'm probably going to say a little segment on each person and stuff. So it is what it is. Okay, Zaire Franklin's at number 100. All right, that's no problem there. Levante David at 99. Cam Hayward at 98. Terry McLaurin at 97. So the down 3 must mean... Okay, he's down. Dang, he took a huge dive. 53. Oh, shit. Who's texting me? What? Okay. Deion Dawkins, 96. All right. Julian Love, 95. Trevor Lawrence at 94. It's like, yay, he went up to Harrison Smith at 93, and then Aaron Rodgers at 92, dropping 41 spots. Tariq Woolen dropping 15 spots to 91. I would have him just a little bit higher, just a tidbit higher, because he was, from what I remember, if I'm not mistaken, didn't he lead the Seahawks in interceptions last season? I'll probably have to double check that. Okay, but I mean, Aaron Rodgers, obviously, top 10, top 5 player when he's healthy, but just because, due to the fact that he only played 4 snaps last season, he shouldn't be on this list. It's weird to put him on this list, because it's like, how is he better than certain players when he only played 4 snaps, when there are guys that played 17 games? I mean, no offense. It's like, shit, there's kickers better than him this season, because it's weird. It's weird. But again, it is opinion based. Like, these are voted by the players for the players. Okay. Number 90. Okay, 90 to 81. Okay, Devontae Smith at 90. He goes up 10. So he was 100 last year. Okay. Budda Baker dropping down 16 spots to number 89. All right. Chris Lindstrom dropping 1 spot down to 88. Hassan Reddick dropping 39 spots. Damn. He's at 87. Saquon Barkley dropping 55 spots. What the frick? Why? Okay, I remember having this problem last year with just the phenomenal season that Saquon had. Saquon and CMC, top 2 running backs. No debate last year. I mean, you could throw in Josh Jacobs as a 3rd, maybe Derrick Henry as a 4th, but those 2 could tie for 3rd. It was Saquon and CMC. Those were the top 2 running backs back in the 2023 season. And he was in the 30s. It's like, dude, he was a top 10 player. And now there's, even more disrespect. Were his stats as flashy as 2023 season? No. But there's no way he dropped 55 spots, considering how garbage the Giants were and how he single-handedly is probably the reason why they won a lot of games. Maybe he's the reason why they lost a few handful of games, but no love to the running backs at all. I wouldn't be surprised if CMC... I would have CMC at number 2 or number 1, but I already know Tyreek's number 1. If Tyreek Hill is number 1, CMC better be number 2, and if he's not number 2, it better be Lamar Jackson, followed by CMC at number 3, because just the disrespect for running backs, man, is loud and clear. The staple of a running back in the NFL is not as respected as it once was, because, I mean, you got guys like Saquon Barkley dropping 55 spots down to 86. All right, let's go next. Okay, Tristan Wirfs going up 13 spots to number 85. All right, I see this right here, which probably means, yep, DK Metcalf, not ranked last year, but he goes to 84. Derwin James drops 53 spots down to 83. Okay, Montez Sweat. He was Adam ranks names one of the most important non-QB to watch this upcoming season, and rightfully so. In the 2023 season, Sweat posted career high with 57 combined tackles. Yeah, wasn't he on the Eagles last year? Eagles defense was fine. It was the offense that needed some work. Okay, Kirk Cousins at 81. Let me go see. Let's check out Kirko's stats real quick. Kirk Cousins 2023 stats. Stats per game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so he played 8 games, 18 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Okay, this is fine. This is here, 18 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Okay, I'm okay with this one. This one, not as torn, not as like up in arms about it with him, because he still played 8 games. Because injuries weird, because it's like, where would you rank a player that's having an all-time performance? Like, let's say that, I don't know, Justin Jefferson's going to be higher on this list, and Justin Jefferson almost had, the most touchdowns and yards and receptions when he missed a good chunk of the season. Like, it was interesting to watch the receiver documentary on Netflix, and just how well his stats were with how much time he missed. I bet he's probably top 25 still. Would I put him over Amon-Ra St. Brown? Absolutely not. But it's just, injuries are weird when it comes to these kind of lists. But okay, anyways, let's move on to the next. So that's 81. Are we still recording? Okay, we're still recording. Okay, 80 to 71. Sam Laporta, not ranked last year, to 80. I'm fine with that. That one's a good... Okay, skip this ad. Hold on. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Get this out of here. We don't want no copyright claims because of this stupid little video down here in the corner. Yeah, get out of here. Okay. Sam Laporta at number 80. I'm fine with that. He was good. He earned his first Pro Bowl. He was a solid, not number 1, because St. Brown was the number 1 for Goff last year, but I mean, look at these stats here. 80 plus catches, 800 plus receiving yards, 7 touchdowns last year, so he was fine. Okay, Minkah Fitzpatrick, whoa, he dropped off a cliff. Look at that. 61. Gosh, that's got to be a big... That's a big drop off. Last season was one that Fitzpatrick would like to put behind him, even after earning his 4th Pro Bowl honor. Fitzpatrick caught the injury bug and missed 7 games. Okay, but his peers clearly believe that his safety's talent is a hole on a ball hawking wire remaining on this list. Okay. Kyron Williams, yeah, 78. I'm okay with that. Him and Puka Nacua, man, it was like, oh my gosh, here come the Rams. So, and if he's at 78, Nacua is going to be higher, but is Stafford going to be higher too? It's just silly. Okay. In his rookie season, Williams only rushed for 139 yards in 10 games played. What? That changed in the 12. Oh yeah, because he was a rookie in 22. Yeah. RB1 role in Los Angeles. The dual threat running back recorded 1,144 yards and 12 touchdowns, including 32 receptions for 3 receiving touchdowns in 11 games. It was the first time the Rams running back eclipsed 1,000 rushing yards since Todd Gurley back in 2018. Man, Todd Gurley, the good old days for the Rams. Okay, Trey Hendrickson going down 2 spots. Dre Greenlaw going up 3 spots. I'd have him probably maybe just a titch higher, just because that San Francisco defense. Solid. However, things took a turn in Super Bowl. Yep, when he suffered a torn Achilles. That was such a stupid. Oh, that was such a sad play. Tore his Achilles just running out onto the field. Like, it was awful. Okay, dropping 43 spots. Justin Herbert at 75. Despite having a season shortened by a broken finger, Herbert's peers believe that the Chargers QB was worthy of a selection. Herbert finished the 2023 campaign with 3,100 yards passing and 20 touchdowns. Sorry. With 228 yards and 3 touchdowns on the ground. The Chargers will have a new regime in Los Angeles with John Harbaugh, and Herbert already has a new head coach. That is starstruck. Herbert, I'm fine with him being on this list of the top 100. Him dropping 43 spots to 75, I'm okay with that because there's a lot of hype behind Justin Herbert, and I might sound like a hater when I come off saying this. Herbert, to me, is getting in that lane tier, whatever you want to say, where he's turning into Dak Prescott, where, okay, you can put up big stats, you can put up big numbers, but where are the wins? QB wins are very important in this league, and it's a stat that nobody talks about. But the difference between Herbert and Joe Burrow, Herbert, statistically speaking, you could argue is better than Joe Burrow, but the Bengals still win. And the Bengals get more important wins, bigger wins. They win divisions. Chargers aren't a threat to the Chiefs. Just saying. Would that change with Harbaugh as the head coach? Yes. But, they kind of cleaned house last year. They got rid of Keenan Allen. They got rid of Austin Eckler. We're just going to see what the Chargers are doing this season. I have zero expectations. But it's just one of the... Plus, he's dealing with his foot thing. I don't remember it off the top of my head. Let me look it up real quick. It's a foot injury. Let me look up the foot injury. Foot in Spanish, no. Foot injury. Justin Herbert. Star Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert suffered a plantar fascia injury in his right foot following Wednesday's practice. He will be in the beginning walking boot for the first 2 weeks before beginning a return to play protocol, but should be ready for the regular season. Oh no, that's when he cracked his ribs against the Chiefs. Tough son of a bitch, I tell you what. I love this effect. This effect on camera, it looks pretty tight. Doesn't show him walking around in a boot. What was this one say? Chargers announced Justin Herbert was diagnosed with an injury to the plantar fascia. What's your plantar fascia? Hold on. Oh, okay. Rupture. Okay. Okay. Bottom of the foot. Okay. All right. Sorry. All right, 74, Jesse Bates. 73, Jeffrey Simmons, Tennessee Titans defensive tackle. Simmons had a challenging year. He struggled with knee injuries. Okay. Garrett Wilson at 72, going up 2 slots. I mean, Garrett Wilson could only jump so high because look who his quarterback was last season. I'm telling you, with a healthy Rodgers, Garrett Wilson's going to be a top 25 player. He's going to be up there. He might be in contract disputes like how Justin Jefferson is, where it's like money cut. Laremy Tunsil at 71. All right. Okay, let's cut to 70. Wait a minute, are we still okay? We're still live. All right. Let's cut to players 70 through. Get out of here. Get out of here, Rashawn Gary. Invisalign. Trusted by the NFL. Okay, number 70, Amari Cooper. I'm okay with that. 69 is Cooper Kupp, dropping 22 spots. Wow. He's kind of fallen off from his Super Bowl year. He did have a hamstring injury, though. And an ankle sprain. We'll give him that. In 12 games, Kupp had 59 catches for 737 yards and 5 touchdowns. Well, and Puka Nacua took a lot of the weight off of his shoulders, which was fine because you think about the 22 season when the Rams just fell off a planet with their Super Bowl hangover. He was the number one dude. And that was a struggle year, so. Okay, Danielle Hunter. Teron Armstead. Brandon Ayuk at 66. Okay. After his best season, Ayuk appears on the top 100 list for the first time. He led the talented 49ers offense with 1,342 receiving yards, which was 7th in the league. Ayuk also ranked second amongst his peers with 17.9 yards per reception. So he's second in YAC, and he's, fighting with the 49ers on his contract disputes and stuff. His past season drew high ranks from his peers. Well, not high enough. Number 66. I thought this too because Ayuk was really good back in the 22 season as well, and clearly he wasn't on the list. I had a list. It's in my sports journal, but where there were a couple snubs, and he was one of the players that I thought got snubbed last year by not even being on the list. And I even think this year, even with the disputes of whether he stays with the 49ers or not, let bygones be bygones. But with how he was, the 49ers number one guy, and he's ranked 66. 66. Again, this is peer review. This is peer rankings. Come on, you can't argue with his, yards after catch stat, but then also the importance of how he was for the 49ers, and look how far the 49ers got. Like, he is a top 25. You could put him at 25 outside looking in as a top 25 player, but he's still top 25. So this silly. 66 is silly. Jordan Poyer, no offense. Jordan Poyer is not better than Brandon Ayuk. Jordan Poyer was not more important with the Bills last year than Ayuk would. But again, this is all just opinion, whatever. Okay. Poyer reached the 100 tackle mark in 2023 for the first time since the 2020 season. A key figure for the Buffalo's defense since he arrived in 2017. The safety arrived in the top 100 for the third time in his career. His ball hawking instincts have made him one of the top in his position. However, the Bills defense, let him go. They said, cut. So stupid. I don't know what the hell the Bills defense is doing getting rid of him. Okay, but we move on. Patrick Queen, not ranked last year, 64. I'm okay with that. Jalen Waddle, wow. Dropping a lot. Dropping 19 spots. He's at 63. Bradley Chubb at 62. Justin Marubike at 61. All right. So that rounds out that. All right, now we go to 60 through 51. Raheem Mostert at 60. There's freestyle ladies wrestling, and the third place Japanese girl, she's balling on the podium. It's like, oh. Dang, that's a cool flag. Who won second? Whoever won second place, that's a really cool flag. Are we still... Okay, we are recording. Yeah, we're recording. Turkey, Japan, America. Good for her. All right. Bobby Wagner going up 3 spots. He's at 59. Christian Wilkins. We'll get out of here. Christian Wilkins going up 23 spots to number 58. He did have one of his breakout seasons. Even though the defense of the Dolphins were like, no, we don't need you anymore. Go have fun in Vegas. Okay, Justin Simmons, free safety, up 2 spots. Stephon Diggs. Ooh. Dropping 40 spots down to 56. So he was at 16 last year. Diggs' final year in Buffalo involved much discussion of off-field drama. But when he's on the field, one cannot deny his impressive ability to produce year after year. Unless, Josh Allen hits you wide open and you drop a simple pass. But that's neither here nor there. Let's let bygones be bygones. Let me show the photo that I'm thinking of here. Bills versus Chiefs. I would show the video, but I don't want a copyright claim. Let's do Diggs. Right. Yep, right here. Josh Allen hit him wide open. Hit him right in the hands. He dropped it. Would it have been a go-ahead touchdown? Maybe. Who knows? At least 3 points on the board. But can't deny how good the Chiefs are now. You can't deny it. It's inevitable. But, yeah. Like that thing said. Hold on. Where's... I don't need that one anymore. Like it said here. Off-field drama. I mean, he was like, hey, pay me, And then... what happens? He ends up leaving anyways. There's a reason why the stereotype is the way it is. Why wide receivers are prima donnas. Because they're like, pay me. And it's like, dude, you got to perform. And his season last year, I would say, was a season where it's like, no, we're not going to pay you. I wouldn't have let him walk. I probably would have tried to reconstruct his contract maybe for 2 more years. And then we can maybe talk about another, but I don't know. Sometimes off the field issues and that kind of drama is very reckless in an organization, and it just hurts morale. So, but he's in Houston, fresh new start, whatever. If he does good, he does good. But there was an article that I saw or something where people are like, oh, Stephon Diggs is so washed, and it's like, the sad truth is he might be getting over the hump, and he's probably on that tail end where, yeah, he's slowly turning into a washed wide receiver like D-Hop and Christian Kirk, and yeah. Anyways, okay, next, Brian Burns at 55, Jonathan Allen at 54, Zach Martin at 53, going up 15 spots. Pat Surtain dropping 3 spots down to 52. Keenan Allen being number 51, not even ranked last year. What made him rank this year? At times in the 2023 season, it felt as if Allen might have been the only wide receiver on the field catching passes for the Chargers. Such was his dominance and status as Justin Herbert's preferred target. Allen had, 1,243 receiving yards and 7 touchdowns. Okay, that makes both the best Really? Oh, both second best in his total careers. His 150 targets and 108 receptions were double those of any of his teammates and both ranked in the top 10. Well, yeah, 51. Well, you convinced me. All right. Okay, 50. Here we go. 50 through 41. Rashawn Gary, not ranked last year, but 50 for the Packers this year. Okay, playing on his 5th year of his rookie contract and making his return from an ACL injury that cut short what looked to be a breakout 2022 season. Gary had something to prove in 2023. Highlighted by his first 3 sack performance in Week 3, Gary showed enough by the end of October for the Packers to reward him with a 4-year, $96 million extension. I do remember seeing that from Tom Grossi. Finished the season as the team leader in sacks, 9, and QB hits, 22. All right. Attaboy. Okay. Derrick Henry dropping 24 spots down to 49. Whatever. Henry was a central figure in the Tennessee's offense for 8 seasons, and his spot on this list is well earned due to his durability and power. Having missed only 1 game in the last 2 years and leading the league in carries both seasons, he recorded 1,167 rushing yards with 12 touchdowns in the 2023 season. His 5th season with 1,000+ rushing yards and 6 with double-digit scores. Okay. I mean, okay. I don't know where I can't definitely necessarily say, besides CM, would Josh Jacobs be better than him? Because we know CMC had a better season. Isaiah Pacheco better. Oh, that's another thing. I saw Isaiah Pacheco wasn't on this list, and it's like, are you shitting me? Whatever. Okay. Up 18 spots at the number 48 spot is Jared Goff. Okay, so if Jared Goff is at 48, then I don't know where we'd put Williams. But Amon-Ra better be above him, because there's no way after the run that the Lions went on and how impressive their season was, there is no way that Jared Goff is their best player in the NFL top 100 sitting at 48. It's like, come on. Okay, the Lions made it to the NFC Championship game. Oh, there we go. Hutch. Hutch is up 1. Okay, jumping up 41 spots. Good for him. Last year, Hutchinson finished 2nd in Defensive Rookie of the Year voting. Yeah, I forgot. He was a rookie last year. Okay, the Lions made the NFC Championship game for the first time in 32 years, in no small part due to Goff's play. He finished 2nd in the NFL passing yards, ride, and 4th in touchdowns. Yes, that sounds right. Leading in the Lions' 5th-ranked offense, Goff appeared to have truly found a home in Detroit, and his team ensured he'll be sticking around through at least 2027. Really? Oh, yeah, because he did become the highest-paid QB with a 4-year, $212, but then this probably got beat by Tua, that got beat by Jordan, by whatever. Okay, Aiden Hutchinson, Bill on that year 2, hitting double-digit sacks, 11.5. Did not know that. Impressive. In the regular season, while adding 3 in the playoffs and ranking 2nd in the league in total pressures, 94. Add on his 7 passes defensed, 3 forced fumbles, and a pair of fumble recoveries and an interception. And Hutchinson's second effort was enough to earn him a spot. Oh, to earn his first Pro Bowl nod. That doesn't necessarily mean he went, but who's watching the Pro Bowl? Like, Pro Bowl's such a freaking joke now. Anyways, ever since they took off the pads, man, Pro Bowl's turned into a joke. Anyways, Winfield at 46. Antoine Winfield Jr. has ascended in the ranks of the NFL top safeties. He reached the pinnacle this year with a position-leading 90.7 player grade. Okay. $48 million extension, making him the first safety to be the highest paid DB in the league. Okay. All right, Jamar Chase dropping 6 spots to 45. I get that. I mean, look at this. Even though QB Joe Burrow missed almost half the season, Chase recorded a career high passing targets and receptions. Okay. Wow. He broke the single game reception record with 15 in week 5. Okay. Okay. Demario Davis at 44, dropping 1. Kyle Hamilton at 43. Matthew Stafford at 42. Lane Did Lane Johnson just not? Lane Johnson has been a model of consistency over his 11 seasons, as shown by the Eagles tackle identical in the top 100. Oh, he was 41 last year and 41 this year. That's funny. Okay. He, after a pay bump and extension heading into this year, one of the premier tacklers of the game, allowing just three sacks. All right. Yeah, hey, you can't complain about that. Stafford came back in 2023 and proved 2022 was just a fluke. He still got it 15 years into his career. Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if the Rams are... I wouldn't be surprised this year if the Rams are like a sneaky NFC team, because I think we all know it's potentially going to go through the 49ers. But it's like, who's that second team? Could be the Lions, but could the Lions have a setback year? The Eagles kind of had a setback year and imploded at the end of the season versus their 2022 campaign when they were very good and went to the Super Bowl. So, I mean, could the Rams be that third, fourth ranked team in the NFC? Go on a little bit of a run? Who knows? We'll just have to see. Okay, let's keep it moving. All right, 240 through 31. All right, Davante Adams dropping 27 spots. Hold on, let me get rid of this ad right here. Go away. Go away. Go away. I don't care about Invisalign. Go away. Go away. Okay. 40, dropping 27 spots. It's a testament to Adams in the season that was widely considered disappointing. You're telling me. He still finished in the top 10 in receptions, top 15 in yards, and top 8 in touchdown catches, 8. As his former quarterback Aaron Rodgers once humbly stated, "Down years for me are career years for others." The Raiders' uneven QB play was Adams' biggest determinant in 2023, but one of his game's slickest route runners preserved to make the top 100 for the 7th consecutive season. Yeah, I would say, without any doubt, the reason why he dropped 27 spots was just look at who his QB was. Jimmy G, I'm a fan of Jimmy G. Dude fell off a cliff. I don't know why Jimmy G sucks now, but he does. He's washed. And then Aiden O'Connell, that's a rookie QB. What can you do? It's a rookie QB. He's doing his best. I wouldn't put necessarily so much blame on the rookie. That's more on Garoppolo and the head coach. There's a reason why they had an interim head coach gone full head coach, because oh my gosh, the Raiders were a mess last year. And it was fun and interesting to rewatch that through the Receiver documentary on Netflix, because it's like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I remember. The Raiders did suck last year. They were struggling. And do I think Davante Adams leaves by the trade deadline this year to go be a Raider? I mean, everybody who's a Jets fan is like, yes, yes. Especially, I think his name's Greeny and stuff. He works at ESPN. Huge Aaron Rodgers stan, huge Jets stan. So, I mean, he's already written it off that Davante Adams is a Jet. I don't see it. Like, Davante's going to stay because there's so much more. This is a random tangent that it's going to be cut out. But, you know, his kids are in school. He's got a house. I know he has millions of dollars, but it's like, you don't just pack up and leave Vegas after you've made Vegas home for a little bit. Like, it just... He left in 2022. For him to leave after the 22 season, the 23 season, and then the 24 season, like, after being in Vegas for 3 years, getting things set up, I don't see him just leaving the Jet, leaving to go to the Jets because Aaron said, hey, come on over. No, I don't see that. I see him retiring a Raider just because he's going to retire a Raider. Now, if he gets real desperate to go win a ring, he's going to go to Kansas City. He's going to go to, well, if he gets real desperate, he would go back to Aaron. But, like, you see what I mean? You don't just uproot your life and leave. Yeah, because the Jets aren't, yeah. Anyways, all right. Joe Burrow at 39, dropping 33 spots. Burrow started the season broken by injuries, slowly due to a lingering calf ailment. Yeah, I do remember that happened, back at the beginning of August, and I was like, oh gosh, here we go. I did have them starting 0-5, I think, in my prediction, because it's like, oh, if he's missing the first 5 games, they're not going to win. But then, yeah, he tore his wrist ligament week 11 against Baltimore. And then the last time Burrow saw a season cut short, he returned and led the Bengals to the Super Bowl and won AP Comeback Player of the Year. That'll be the goal again, only this time he'll want a ring as well. Well, duh. Yeah, no dirt. I mean, hey, when we know the stat, when Joe Burrow is healthy, and people will ignore it, and that's totally fine. But when Joe Burrow is healthy, minimum they get to is the AFC Championship game. 2020, fluke. I mean, it's a rookie deal, rookie year. No one expects you to do anything when you're a rookie. There are the occasional breakout years. See CJ Stroud as a prime example. And then the other side of that spectrum where it's like, oh, you're Bryce Young and you suck. You know, like there's two sides of that coin. But when it was fully healthy in 2021, Bengals went all the way to the Super Bowl. And then when he was healthy in 2022, they went to the AFC Championship and lost to the Chiefs. And whether, you know, it was a late hit out of bounds on Patrick Mahomes or not, Harrison Butker wasn't going to miss that field goal. Butker would have made it from 60. He would have made it from 70. Like, there was no way the Chiefs were going to miss. Like, that field goal, straight and true, Harrison would have gotten it. So, it is what it is. So, all right. Sauce Gardner dropping 15 spots down to 38. Okay. Quinnen Williams at 37. He was not ranked last year, so he jumped way up there. Last season veered far off the Super Bowl course for the Jets hoped to take, but that had little to do with their defense. Yeah, their defense was still solid. Their defense, oh my gosh, their defense kept them in for majority of the games last year. It was their offense that was just piss poor. And I made a video on it forever ago, but if I was ownership of the Jets and stuff, the second that Aaron Rodgers got injured and sat on that cart and we knew he was going to be out, I would have tanked for Caleb Williams, and I would have had Caleb Williams sitting behind Aaron Rodgers for a year, 2 years. And he would have become so much more developed and ready to go versus they just stuck it out and kept playing, and look at where it got them. Nowhere. Okay. Williams was involved into a gargantuan menace in the middle of New York's defensive line with 33 sacks over the 5 years. He also made sure to sprinkle some variation to his 2023 highlights with a safety and an interception, both career first. All right. Tua turned the ball over. Tua turned the ball over at 36. Perhaps more quarterbacks should take up jiu-jitsu. Tagovailoa began training in the martial arts. What the hell does this have to do with football? The result, his first 17-game season, a campaign which he helped Miami to its first 11-win season in 15 years, and his number one total offense in 29 years. His 4,624 passing yards also was top across the league. And wasn't his touchdowns too? Because I know he was in the MVP running there for a split second. I think Tua, I'm interested to see who's above Tua, because Tua did have a really good season. Did he disappear against the Chiefs? I mean, yes. But did he also disappear against Ravens and teams that are above 500? Also, yes. But statistically, like, he's still good. And I'd take, at this point in their careers, I'd take Tua over Dak, but that's just me. All right, Josh Hines-Allen had 35. Jordan Love at 34. Wow. We're giving a lot of love to Jordan Love. Oh my gosh, I sound like an idiot saying that. Okay. It wasn't pretty immediately. Hell no, it wasn't. It was ugly. Weren't we 3-5, 3-6 at one point in the season? They better talk about this Thanksgiving game. But in the end result of Love's first season as a starter suggests Green Bay was miraculously hit on a third straight franchise quarterback. From week 11 through the divisional round, Love threw for 2,616 yards and 23 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, rallying the Packers to a postseason berth and delivering a shocking demolition of the Cowboys. Nobody was shocked on Super Bowl wildcard weekend during that span. The Packers were terrible to watch for the first couple weeks. Like, I'll admit it, I don't care. I stopped watching the Packers after like week 3 because it's like, they suck. Like their offense can't get it going. Nothing. I mean, it's like we lose to the Falcons. Are you kidding me? But then after that Thanksgiving game against the Lions, that really caught their mojo. And yeah, they caught their stride. And then it was like, then they beat up on, didn't they beat the Chiefs or something on that Sunday Night Football game? Like they just turned it around. And it's like, okay, now here we go, baby. Because momentum's a huge thing. And that momentum carried them into the postseason where they dismantled the Dallas Cowboys in Jerry World. But Jordan Love tried to turn into a superhero against the 49ers. And, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? It's when you, like, inherit, show off. It's like he cued into his, you know, impression of Brett Favre and just going to his right or left. I don't even remember, but throwing over his body down the middle, like just opposite end of the field, intercepted. Like, it's like, don't be a hero, kid. But it is what it is. I think the Packers can bounce back and definitely get to the divisional round again this year. Who they play? Hell, for shits and giggles, I'll just throw out the Eagles. Why not? Eagles at Green Bay, divisional round. We sadly find a way to choke it away. Okay. All right, Puka Nacua at 33. I'm okay with that. That one, that's a good, solid pick just with how statistically he performed last year. Quincy Williams at 32. Okay. Deron Bland. This is the one that, NFL's Pick 6 King ranks one spot off the number of the points he scored last season. Yep. Didn't he? Yep, single season record during the Thanksgiving game. Yep, when they blew out. Yeah. I like this one. This is a good pick. 31. Okay, 30 through 20. How long have we been recording? Jiminy Christmas. 44 minutes. Debo. Hold on. Is it choppy? I gotta listen to see if it's choppy. Mic check. Mic check. Okay, we're not choppy. We're good. All right. Going up 31 spots. Deebo Samuel to number 30. Okay. Khalil Mack going up 9 spots to number 29. Mack now has 25 sacks since joining the Chargers in 22, nearly a quarter of his career output. It's been a remarkable surge for the 2010s Hall of Fame All-Decade team member, who has 8 Pro Bowls and 3 All-Pro seasons across 10 campaigns. Wait, what? He's already a Hall of Fame All-Decade team member? Okay. Mack's 17 sacks last season ranked 4th in the league and propelled him to 101.5 in his career. Now the 43rd member of the NFL's 100 sack club, Mack mans the edge in perfect harmony with Los Angeles' Joey Bosa. Ooh. I don't like it. Brock Purdy at 28. No, I don't like it. This just means the league's hating on him. Last year, not available. Yeah, how stupid is that? The season that Brock Purdy had last year. He was the number one person I was the most upset next to, I already said the stupid name probably a half hour ago, but Brock Purdy not being on the NFL top 100 list because he didn't meet the qualification or something. Like there was something, maybe there was a rule of like, oh, you have to play 8 games. Like there was something stupid, but dude was one of the top 3 quarterbacks of 2022. Didn't even make it. And now he's one of the top 5 quarterbacks in 2023. And he's at 28. Game manager or not, whatever you want to call it, he's still a touchdown drive away from winning the Super Bowl. You know, if Dak Prescott was a touchdown drive away from winning the Super Bowl, he'd be number one. Like, it's like, come on. The bias and the hatred towards Brock Purdy and the 49ers, loud and clear. It's loud and clear. They don't want this guy to be successful because, you know, the last Mr. Irrelevant, last quarterback, you know, was Tom Brady, and people are already like, no, he can't be Brady 2.0. So, yeah. Purdy was firmly entrenched himself in San Francisco's future for 2 years after he was drafted. Mr. Irrelevant, the 24-year-old signal caller, threw for 4,280 yards and 31 touchdowns. Now, another reason why he's probably not so high is 11 interceptions. Like, okay. But, dude, leading the NFL in touchdown percentage, yards per attempt, passer ratings of 113, QBR 72.8. More importantly, he's yet to fall short of the NFC Championship game and was some Patrick Mahomes magic away from capturing a Lombardi in February. Like, yeah, this dude, Brock Purdy, is a great quarterback. League doesn't care. People don't care. Okay, Nick Bosa dropping 23 spots to 27. He didn't reach his heights of his Defensive Player of the Year campaign the season prior. Oh, yeah, he did win Defensive. Who won it this? Was it Myles Garrett? Yes, it was Myles Garrett when, statistically speaking, Max Crosby and TJ Watt had a better season. Yes, it was Myles Garrett. Whatever. But Bosa was still a pivotal part of the Niners defense in 2023 as one of the league's most dangerous pass rushers by pacing San Francisco with 10.5 sacks. Bosa moved his career tally to 53.5 while logging in the third straight season with double-digit sacks and a Pro Bowl nod by year's end. Okay, him at 27. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, Mike Evans at 26, moving up 27 spots. Nothing is certain except death taxes, and Evans going for 1,000 yards. 5 Pro Bowls, 1,000 yards receiving to 10 to begin his career. He did so while tying for the NFL lead in receiving touchdowns, 13, and posting 79 catches for 1,255 yards, with most since 2018 from Josh McCown to Jameis Winston, Tom Brady, and Baker Mayfield. It makes no matter who's throwing him the ball. Evan will get his. That's true. A lot of people were hating. Oh my gosh. So if he's at 26, is Baker Mayfield going to be? That's the last one. I know Baker Mayfield's not on this list. Okay, what the hell? The one thing is not like the other. What the hell? Why are these two on here? Oh my, the disrespect to Amon-Ra. Okay. Penei Sewell at 22. All right. A.J. Brown at 21. Okay. Lawrence remains a constant in the defensive line for the Giants. Yeah, but, like, the Giants sucked last year. And yeah, you're telling me 3 interceptions and 5 pass defenses total is what moves? Like, there's a dude on this list who set the pick 6 record that he's ranked better than. Okay. Oh, my Jalen Ramsey. Overrated. Okay. He's just overrated. Simply put, he's just overrated. Okay. 20. Okay, let's move up to. Oh, yeah, well, okay, saw this one coming, CJ Stroud. You know the people wanted him up here. You know everybody wanted. Like, this was bound to happen. Okay, CJ Stroud at 20. So does that mean Baker Mayfield still? No, I'm teasing. A rookie season played wise beyond his years. Stroud, 22, to become the youngest player in the year's top 100. Yeah, damn. Okay, that's impressive as hell. His 273.9 passing yards per game, an efficient 23 and 5 touchdown interception ratio led the NFL, encapsulating Stroud's great pocket poise, savvy decision making, and pinpoint accuracy. According to the NFL research, Stroud joined Tom Brady, Joe Montana, and only QBs, blah, blah, blah. Honestly, it's great that he had a great breakout year as a rookie. It kind of reminds me of, when Dak had his breakout year with Zeke back in 2016. As great as it is, it's what's next is what's the most important thing, because it's wonderful you had a breakout rookie year. Who's to say that your career, I wish no injury upon anybody, knock on wood, but it's who's to say that his career isn't derailed by terrible coaching? Who's to say his career doesn't live up to the hype of his rookie season because he just, starts seeing ghosts like Sam Darnold, throwing interceptions like Jameis Winston. Houston has a lot of hype behind it, and I think for him to live up to the hype is to consistently be consistent of you're a great passer, you got great QBR, your touchdown interception ratio is great, keep it like that, because Aaron Rodgers has one of the best. Didn't he throw in his MVP season 42 touchdowns and 3 interceptions or something? So just, we know what happened the last time Houston had a great quarterback. We know how that ended. There was a lot of hype and poise behind Deshaun Watson winning the Super Bowl. After Watson signed the extension, I even went out as far to say that in his 5-year extension with the Houston Texans, I could see them making a Super Bowl in one of these first 5 years, because he's bound to get to one. There's so much hype behind Houston. I think it's got to maintain a little bit, because Houston couldn't get done against the Ravens last year in the playoffs. Great learning experience. But now we reload. We go into a new season. Can Houston, if they run into Baltimore, can they beat Baltimore? Can they beat the Bengals? Let's say the Jets go on a run, and let's say Jets come into town. Can, the veteran presence of Aaron Rodgers and his team, can their momentum be stopped by a young Houston squad? It's yet to be determined. Okay, Roquan Smith at 19, moving up 5 spots. All right. Justin Jefferson dropping 16 spots, still at 18, a top 25 receiver, top 25 player, despite missing a couple games. Yeah, 1,000. See, look, look at wait, Amon-Ra's on the other page, but yeah, he's better than St. Brown, even though St. Brown was better than him statistically in this season. Whatever. Okay. Parsons enjoyed the best. Gotta have some water. Been talking a lot. Ugh. Micah Parsons at 17. Parsons enjoyed his best statistical season rushing the quarterback in 2023, producing career high sacks and sacks. That sounds so stupid. QB pressures and QB hits, driven by relentless pursuit. The Cowboys' enterprising pass rusher gets after QBs faster than anyone in the NFL, generating a league high 62 quick pressures. I even think Micah Parsons should have won Defensive Player of the Year over Myles Garrett, but it is what it is. Okay, here we go. Dakota Prescott, earning his highest ranking in 4 career appearances on the top 100. Prescott's impact in Dallas saw near levels of appreciation in 2023 after finishing second in MVP voting behind Lamar Jackson. Whoa, what the hell? Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, he was second, which I thought was bullshit. There is no way that Dak Prescott had a better season than Christian McCaffrey. I'm sorry, but bullshit. I forgot that. Yeah, I forgot that. But Cowboys quarterback led the NFL with passing touchdowns and completions, which touchdowns, I would say, are the most important stat of all. You could have so many yards, but we don't count yards in the wins-loss column. We count the score. How do you score? Field goal and touchdowns. So, I will give it to him. I'd even have him at 15. He was a top 15 player last year because statistically he had a great season. There for a second, he was in the driver's seat of the MVP. It was between him and Tua. But, he just kind of ended the season. Let's see what the Cowboys. Let's see how their season ended. We know how it ended against the Packers, but the final stretch of games, Cowboys 23 season. Let's look after Thanksgiving here. Okay, this one against the Lions, that should have been lost. That was very controversial. That was the stupid. Yeah. This makes sense. Yep, they beat the Cowboys. I mean, they beat the Eagles right here, and this is when he's like in the driver's seat. Okay, it's his MVP to lose. Then they go get whooped by the Bills, then whooped again by the Dolphins. Kinda, not really. Dolphins just barely beat them on a field goal. And then but then almost 3 straight losses because they should have lost to the Lions. They did bounce back, then beat Washington, but then the Packers game. So just the season after the Bills loss slowly derailed everything. But it's Cowboys for you. All right, let's go to. We don't need Kirk Cousins anymore. Whatever. Yeah, him at 16. I would have even been okay with him at 15, but just reading the, he was second behind LeVar Jackson in MVP voting. It's like, get out of here. Okay, Jalen Hurts. Oh, man. Jalen Hurts at 15, dropping 12 spots. Hurts did, that Eagles offense. Didn't they start 10-2? Like, they lost the 7 of their 8 remaining games or something like that. Like, they just, that team did a 180 and just nosedived at the end. Hurts falls 12 spots in the top 100 following a season plagued by turnovers, but the Eagles quarterback maintained his reputation as an end zone maven. Oh yeah, because they wanted to ban the tush push. Oh my, that is the stupidest thing. Okay, here we go. Lost within all the tush push hoopla. However, this is let me keep reading this and let me do my rant on the tush push. The 15 rushing touchdowns Hurts scored was a single season QB record, a mark he shared with Josh Allen in 2023 and became the first QB in NFL history with 10 plus rushing touchdowns in 3 consecutive seasons. According to NFL research, lost within all the tush push hoopla, however, is an underrated part of Hurts' dynamic game. Deep passing. Since 2022, Hurts has a 1.12 passer rating downfield. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Here's the thing. Like they said, it was a whole bunch of hoopla of, we gotta ban the tush push. What is so different about the tush push versus him taking the snap and giving it to the fullback right here? Taking the snap, giving it to the running back as the running back collects it and jumps over the center right into your face. Like, the tush push is so beautiful. And I think Jason Kelce said it the best. You hate it because you can't stop it. And the reason why the tush push is so successful is because Kelce gets lower than his man. So 1, you got to have a good center to do it. And 2, we've seen Jalen Hurts in the squat rack. We know how much this guy can bench. We know how much this guy can squat. Like, there's a reason why it is so successful. Is it a touchdown merchant? Okay, whatever. Maybe. You can call it that if you want. But still, it's a play. It's a football play. And you want to ban it because, we can't stop it. That's the point. That's the damn point. Like, football is so, some of the rules and everything, it's like so stupid. It's like, come on, don't. I'm so glad they haven't banned it. And if they do ever ban it, it'll be so stupid. Because it's like, they hate us because they hate us. But, okay. All right, George Kittle, 14 going up 5 spots. Kittle earned his second All-Pro honor in 2023 after producing 65 receptions for 1,000. Yeah, I do remember him reaching 1,000 and 6 touchdowns, continuing his historic pass-catching pace within the position. Is only second to Travis Kelce among tight ends since 2017. Yeah, Travis Kelce and George Kittle are those weird when we look at the all-time with tight ends, there'll be a blip on the radar just because tight ends aren't as successful as Kittle and Kelsey. Because the most successful one, in my humble opinion, Gronk. And like, look how it's like amongst tight ends since 2017, where it's that weird stat of, yeah, when Travis Kelsey and George Kittle broke out in the league in 2017, it's like, ooh, there they go on their pace versus everybody else that just kind of average, mediocre, decent tight end career when Gronk's up here. Like, anyways. All right, CeeDee Lamb at 13, jumping up 21 spots. I'm okay with that. He's a dog. He led the NFL with receptions. Okay. Josh Allen at 12, dropping 4 spots. He led the NFL with 44 total touchdowns. Damn! 29 passing and 15 rushing. It makes his 4th straight season with 40-plus scores, which is the longest streak in league history, according to NFL research. The Bills' superstar is a peculiar dual-threat quarterback, bearing size and strength that wears down defenders while keeping defensive back on their heels with a gunslinger mentality. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, we'll just see. I mean, I'm skeptical for the Bills this season. Like, they don't seem like the big, bad, scary Bills like they have in years past just because of how they gutted that defense. And, I mean, Dalton Knox, Dawson Knox and Dalton Kincaid are, great receivers, but it's like, those are tight ends. And they're not at that Kittle and Travis Kelsey level. It's like, who's his wide receiver one? Because they got rid of Gabe Davis too. So it just, that wide receiver core, a little nervous for him. Okay, Fred Warner at number 11, moving up 4 spots. Warner enjoyed the most impactful season in 2023, setting career highs in interceptions and pass defenses. 11, and forced fumbles 4, while producing 132 tackles. He's the highest ranked off-ball linebacker in this year's top 100. So that actually, I agree with that stat. Like, that's really good. Where, he is the best linebacker. So yeah, he should be top 15 in the top 100 because statistically he's leading the best linebacker. And he personally, for himself, set career highs in, interceptions, pass deflects, and forced fumbles like that. That's a pretty solid case to have him at number 11 because, yeah, I'm okay with that one. Okay, let's go to 10 through 1. All right, number 10, Maxx Crosby. Hold on. Okay, I'm already seeing it right now because we already mentioned TJ Watt and Maxx Crosby statistically were better than Myles Garrett. I have a feeling Chris Jones. Where was Chris Jones? Chris Jones isn't on this list. Well, maybe he is, but like Chris Jones, TJ Watt, Patrick Mahomes is going to be on here. CMC, Lamar, Tyreek. Oh boy, let's just see how it plays out. Okay, Maxx Crosby at number 10, going up 7 spots. I'm okay with that. Okay, Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce at number 9, dropping 4 spots. I would, just because statistically, I know down here it's talking about Jerry Rice and the all-time postseason receiving records. I know he broke those records, which would put him in top 15, but him as a top 10 player in the NFL in 2023, no. There was a slate from the Bears game. Yeah, it was the Bears game. Like, they talked about it. He went 8 games without scoring a touchdown. 8 games. Yeah, look, hold on. Let's do the stats to back up this claim. Travis Kelce 2023 stats. Stats per game. Please show me. Okay. Look at this. Statistically, one of his worst seasons. Worst. Okay? So, we go from... Okay, this is week 1 to Where's the? I noticed the Lions game isn't on. Oh yeah, he didn't play in the Lions game. He injured knee, bum knee. So the Monday Night Football game when they played the Eagles, he did have that touchdown, but he also had the fumble at the end of the game that cost him the game. Okay, whatever. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. He went 7 games without scoring a touchdown. Yards, look at this. 16, 44, 28, 83. Okay, the Buffalo and the Green Bay game. 80, receptions. 6 and 4. Like, just the dude fell off the planet statistically for them after the loss against Philadelphia. Okay, yeah, they beat Vegas, but then they lost to Green Bay. They lost to Buffalo. They beat New York, but then they lost to Vegas. Like, okay, the Chiefs are still winning. They're still rolling. But 7 games. I'm not discrediting how great Travis Kelce is as a player because he's one of the best tight ends. I'd put him second against Gronk all time. That shows how little knowledge I have of NFL. But he just disappeared for 7 games. And then, yes, he broke out. He had the 2 touchdown game against Buffalo. He had the 1 touchdown against Baltimore. But then he kind of disappeared again in the Super Bowl, even though he was so close for having that game-winning. There was the crosser route where he got tackled, before Mecole Hardman put it in for a touchdown. But, I mean, you don't... I'm sorry. You don't disappear for 7 games in the NFL season and have be a top 10 player. No. As great as Travis Kelce is, I would have him top 20, but not top 10, not top 10, not at least this year, the 2023 campaign alone. Okay, there's TJ Watt. Ooh, I was about to riot here. Watt returned with a vengeance in 2023 following an injury-riddled season that temporarily halted his historic sack collecting pace. The Steelers' star pass rusher resumed it in remarkable fashion, leading the league with 19 sacks. Yep, but no Defensive Player of the Year. It was whatever. But 8, I'm fine with that. Okay, Trent Williams at 7. He also didn't allow a single sack last season despite seeing weekly matchups against his opponent's best. Yeah, okay. Like, there is a lot of hype behind Trent Williams, so I would argue, the only reason why he's this high is because, he's popular. He's popular like Jason Kelce. That's why he's, up here. But, I mean, you can't argue with not allowing a single sack. You can't argue with that. Oh, there's Chris Jones moving up 4 spots at number 6. Myles Garrett at 5, moving up 15 spots. That's a bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see how it pays off. 15 spots? Damn. Was invincible. Highest rank. Cleveland's daunting edge rusher was invisible through the first 11 games, securing 13 of his 14 sacks during that span. That included a memorable showcase of dominance against the Colts in Week 7. A shoulder injury halted his pace, but even his burning presence was a major factor in Brown's number 1 ranked defense because of the attention he required. Garrett still managed to earn top 10 finishes in sacks, QB pressures, and tackles for loss, after securing his 3rd All-Pro honor and his first Defensive Player of the Year award. Yeah, that's why, because he won DPOY, that's why he's top 5. That makes sense. Okay, number 4, Patrick Mahomes. And there's Christian McCaffrey at 3. We'll get there. Believe me, we'll get there. But Patrick Mahomes, number 4, moving down 3 spots. Mahomes, 2-time holder of the NFL's top 100 number 1 spot, which, again, it's voted by his peers. There's no actual... It's not statistically ranked. It's not, what the hell? Go back. Mahomes, the 2-time MVPs, 4,183 passing yards and 27 touchdowns this past season, neared his career lows. And this is what is so scary. Like, I could rant and talk about, oh, what a slump year for them. He had these numbers, and it's considered a career low. And we know how terrible that wide receiver core was for the Chiefs. Because I just mentioned a little bit earlier how Travis Kelce disappeared touchdown-wise for 7 games. He's getting Hollywood Brown. He's getting Xavier Worthy. Like, dude, the Chiefs are going to be scary this year. Very scary. I haven't looked at their schedule yet and dissected it, but come on, dude. I'm nervous. I think history is not on their side because nobody's ever won 3 straight. But if they don't win the Super Bowl, he's at least going to be second in MVP voting because he's probably going to have 4,500, and then this is probably going to be 32 to 35 minimum. I think Patrick Mahomes statistically is going to have a bounce back season. There's no way he gets worse than this, considering how terrible they were last season. But dude, it's freaking insane how terrible they were last year. Yet he's still number 4, and that can't be debated. Because he still was Super Bowl MVP, still won his 3rd ring. There's a reason why he's top 4, and I'm okay with that. But it's crazy to think that he's top 4 with how bad he was. It just shows how good he is, and how it's Mahomes. Because Brady's out of the league, Manning's out of the league, all these other guys, all these other greats are out of the league, so it doesn't matter. That's how crazy it is where the tier list is it's Mahomes, and then there's all this gap, then everybody else. It's so weird, and it's crazy. It's simply crazy. Okay, Christian McCaffrey at number 3, moving up 32 spots. McCaffrey flourished during his first full season in San Fran, becoming the NFL's rushing champion with 1,459 yards while leading the league in yards from scrimmage and touchdowns, 21 in 16 games played. The 2-time All-Pro running back was the fireball within Shanahan's offense, and opposing defenders had a tough time stopping McCaffrey, who led the NFL in yards after contact, 949. According to Next Gen Stats, McCaffrey, whose breakaway speed makes him the most prototypical backfield weapon, became the first 49ers player since Jerry Rice to win Offensive Player of the Year. Hey, we were talking about it a little earlier with, where is he? Travis Kelce, Jerry Rice's postseason records. I mean, he's the first 49er to win an Offensive Player of the Year. And his image will grace the cover of Madden NFL 25. Don't worry, nobody's buying that game. But it can't be argued or debated how impactful Christian McCaffrey has been for the 49ers ever since he got there. Wasn't his first game after the trade deadline, 49ers versus Chiefs, I believe, back in 2022. And ever since then, he's exploded. And it just, sky's the limit for these guys. Sky's the limit for the 49ers. I personally, because we're looking at season totals and stuff, just because of Lamar's performance in the AFC Championship versus Christian's performance against the Packers and then the Lions and stuff with their postseason versus postseason, I thought McCaffrey should have gotten the nod for the MVP. But it was a close race anyways. It was either going to Jackson or McCaffrey. There was no debate. Those were the top 2 players in the league, hands down. But to me, I just saw it as who's more important and who's more impactful to their team. And I really think the 49ers, if the 49ers didn't have McCaffrey, and if McCaffrey got injured or just, I don't know, just had off games, the 49ers season would be just drastically different. And so I personally had him winning the MVP. But it's fine that Jackson won it. I think it's silly to put Tyreek Hill at number 1, going up 6 spots. I know he what did he win here? Was he the league? Yeah, he led the league in receiving yards and then touchdowns. Like, I know he led that, but it's like, come on. Tyreek Hill wasn't as important to the Miami Dolphins as how Lamar was to the Ravens, or Christian McCaffrey to the 49ers, or even Patrick Mahomes to the Chiefs. It's funny that he's number one when he wasn't even top 5 in MVP votes. But again, it's opinion based, it's player based. But I mean, Cheetah's still a cheetah. And I saw that he extended it, so we'll get to watch him for a couple more seasons. But it's just crazy to see that. I mean, Lamar Jackson, reigning MVP, single-handedly could have gotten Baltimore to the Super Bowl if they would have just ran the ball and stuck to their guns. And just, there was so much bad play calling in the Chiefs-Ravens game. But this list makes sense. It makes sense. Truthfully, it makes sense. But it's just crazy how well and how successful these two were this season. Oh, what could have been a Ravens 49ers Super Bowl? What could have been? It would have been so fun. But yeah, look at this. One of the most electrifying dual-threat quarterbacks the game has ever seen. Jackson's arm was relied upon more than ever in 2023. He registered career highs in completions, pass attempts, completion percentage, passing yards, and providing an efficient touchdown and interception ratio, 24-7. But Baltimore star playmaker continued to be a marvel with his impulsive act, leading all QBs with 821 rushing yards and 5 touchdowns. He powered the Ravens to an NFL best 13 wins, which, can't debate that. They were the number 1 team in the NFL, period. They were the best team. And, yeah. Jackson or McCaffrey, it just, even now I'm kind of still like, you know what? Jackson did have a better season, so he does deserve MVP. Like, it was a toss-up, and we know it was a toss-up. I think it's kind of funny that Hill won number 1, but I mean, it was a fun, remarkable year. Now, what's fun, and here comes the fun part, is what happens to Tyreek? Does Tyreek have another explosive year, or does a healthy Justin Jefferson top all receivers again, like how it was back in 2022? Does Lamar stay at that constant pace of being an MVP caliber player? Or does he, have a setback season? Because look, he jumped 70 spots. 70! That's one of the highest jumps ever. That's got to be one of the highest jumps ever. Because that's like, I'm sorry, the only other person, respectfully, that could make a 70 jump, and yes, I'm going to go, here we go, full circle moment here. The only other person that could jump 70 are these two quarterbacks right here. If Trevor Lawrence leads the Jaguars to the Super Bowl and he wins the Super Bowl, has an MVP-like season, or Aaron Rodgers leads the Jets to the Super Bowl and has an MVP season with a Super Bowl MVP. Like, those are the only 2 other quarterbacks that could do this. You know what I just realized too? Where the hell is Joe Flacco? Joe Flacco's not on this list. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to look at some of the guys who were snubbed. I'm thinking Baker Mayfield, Joe Flacco, Isaiah Pacheco. Yeah, there's a couple guys that aren't on this list, but I mean it's opinion based with the teammates and the players, so it is what it is. Anyways, let's end this with a video. We gotta do our official intro. Okay. Oh, hello. Okay, mic check. Hello, mic check. Hello, mic check. Hello, mic check. Hello, mic check. Okay. All right. Hello, everybody. Thanks for clicking on the video. Well, it's official. The NFL has released their NFL Top 100. Again, this is instead of waiting for the NFL to officially post the videos and do a reaction on that, I thought I'd look at the official NFL website and go player by player and just look and give a little bit of insight and reaction to how I think it fared out, if it's fair, if it's not, and stuff, and just give an opinion on that. All right. I thank you so much for watching the video. If you've made it this far, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you feel so inclined. If you enjoyed if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. I thank you for watching it this long. Listen to me ramble. I'll try to catch you in the next video. See ya. All right. That's how we end that. Okay. Is there anything else that I need to cover? No, honestly, we're gonna probably split this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 things. 5 things voters got wrong. Oh, let's look at this. Wide receiver takeover. Tailbacks and tight ends take a tumble. Okay. For QBs, timing is everything. Condensing to corners from zeros to heroes. Yeah, there were a lot of... I did notice... Yeah, DJ Moore wasn't there. Matt Judon wasn't there. Creed Humphrey, Frank Ragnow, they weren't there. I did notice that where there was a lot of guys that aren't necessarily... Like, they weren't ranked last year. And then all of a sudden they're ranked this year and they're a top 50 player. They're a top 75 player. When it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Pump the brakes. There are still people who were on this list the year before that... Mecole Hardman, now that I realize it, caught the game-winning touchdown pass in the Super Bowl. He doesn't even get a nod? Whatever. Again, it's opinion-based, but, yeah. So... Yeah, that's going to be the stream, guys. So for those people that are hopping in and out of the stream, I thank you for watching. You know, if you liked it, leave a like. You know, if you enjoyed this content, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I'm going to try to cover all things NFL, all things college football this whole year. A subscription goes a long way. I'm trying to, you know, get monetized, hit that 500, hit that 1,000. And just, you know, just try to run with it and see how much attention we can get, you know, how it is. So, anyways, I will catch you all in the next one.